Hey guys, it's Peter here. So I completely messed up today. Well, yesterday. I fell asleep before AEW Dynamite started. I thought it was going to be today at 1 p.m. UK time, British Standard Time. It wasn't. It was last night. I completely messed up. All I can do is apologize, guys. But I did see the show, so let's have a look at it. So we had Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson kicking off the show for the AEW Championship. We did have the judges. They were Mark Henry, Big Show, and Jerry Lynn. Very entertaining to see those three guys be the judges. I think that's actually a very good role for Mark Henry and Big Show. They know the world of professional wrestling. They've seen it. They know backstage. So I think that was actually a pretty good choice by AEW officials to have Big Show and Mark Henry be the judge. Jerry Lynn as well is always great to see on TV. The match itself, this was a really good matchup. Like, genuinely, this was hard hitting. It was brutal. It was insane. Both men bled. Jesus Christ, the blood. But after just a grueling match, like these guys battered the piss into each other for like half an hour or so. Page hits Daniels. This is the end. Page manages to hit a back suplex on Danielson and then follows it up with the buttshot lariat for the win and the retention. Adam Page is still the AEW World Champion. We are going to be crowning a new champion tonight in the TBS Championship, and we also have the AEW Tag Team titles on the line in the when Jurassic Express take on the Lucha Brothers for the belts. So before the match even begins, this is the MJF versus Sean Dean match. Punk just runs down, hits the ring. MJF just walks away, obviously, but actually quite smartly, Punk hits the GTS on Sean Dean. So that means by virtue, MJF loses the first match of the year, his first match of the year, which carries on the feud going into 2022 with MJF and CM Punk, which I thought was actually really nice. What I didn't like was the promo afterwards. I was not a fan of this promo. I feel like AEW have just used WWE multiple times now, and it's kind of getting boring. It's actually getting really fucking stale, I think. I think it's been stale for a while, but I've only just picked up on it now. And yeah, I just wasn't a fan of this. I just wasn't. I was not intrigued by this. I mean, both men can talk me into a building no matter what. Granted, they can do. But at the same time, get new material, please. I don't want to hear about WWE when I'm watching a decent fucking wrestling show. Fuck off. But again, points were made. They were made fairly, but it was just annoying. It was stupid, and at the end of the day, just get this off my goddamn TV screen. Because I just want to be, I want to be entertained, but I don't want to be entertained when WWE is mentioned on AEW Dynamite. Again, furthest the feud, I get that, but still. We then jumped from one talking segment to another talking segment. We have Chris Jericho coming out on TBS since like 1999, when he was on WCW Thunder and losing the Booker T. I thought that was actually a really nice touch by Jericho. Obviously to promote his book Jericho 30, which I do want to get, to be honest with you guys. I think it's going to be a great read. He builds up this feud with 2.0 because obviously 2.0 and David Garcia. Gotta admit, David Garcia kind of looks like a DS brother to me from Nick, or the other DS brother from the UFC. He just has that look about him. I don't know why, just like a hard-hitting motherfucker, you know. But yeah, they've got a street fight coming up on Rampage tomorrow night, actually, Friday night. So I'm kind of wanting to see that match. I know Battle of the Belts is happening on Saturday, which I am going to be watching as well. But yeah, this was really, this was a nice talking segment. Obviously, Jericho says as well that he wasn't there to save Eddie Kingston. He basically just wanted revenge, which I thought was nice. I mean, if we are going to see this feud carry on, or if we are going to see a feud with Eddie Kingston and Jericho, I think that could be really fun. And also including Pride and Powerful, again, that could be really good. Obviously, 2.0 come out. They basically get mocked. Jericho just mocks them, basically calling them Beavis and Butthead, calling them Squarehead and Pinhead respectively. I can tell you which one's which. I thought the Beavis and Tellington Phillips, sorry, not Beavis and Butthead. Tellers and Phillip line was really funny. I thought that was really good. And I genuinely thought they were about to go, "Hey, everybody, we're from Canada." I don't know why. I just genuinely thought he was going to do that, just do the line from, "Hey, everybody, we're from Canada." And again, I thought it was fucking hilarious. This is what I like about Jericho. At least he puts them over, but at the same time, he just buries them at the same time, kind of thing. So it's like, he is talking to them, he is building them up by knocking them down a little bit, putting them in this place a little bit, as they say. So yeah, again, David Garcia makes a sneak attack. They all jump Jericho. Santana, Ortiz, Kingston come out, make the save. Then we have Adam Cole with Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish talking about the accidental kick that happened last week on Dynamite, but it was the Young Bucks that helped them. They were super group and all that jazz. But he wants to face a new signee, which is Jake Atlas. I think Jake Atlas is a fucking star if they build him up right. Like, genuinely, he could be a star. And to be honest, it'll be entertaining. Our next matchup is Wardlow versus Antonio Sambaro. I think I'm saying that right, could be wrong. Match doesn't really get started. Sean Spears basically just grabs Antonio and hits a C4 on him, and then just throws him into the ring. Wardlow just then power bombs him. I think it was about 4 or 5 times, and then wins. So basically, that's just, they're building him up, because during the promo with MJF and Punk, it's going to be Punk versus Wardlow next week. So Wardlow's either walking out and basically turning on MJF, or he's going to eat the pin to further this feud with MJF, obviously, and the face turn for Wardlow. Next up, Ruby Soho versus Jade Cargill. I thought this was a really fun matchup. I mean, for the first ever TBS Championship match, this was really entertaining. Jade Cargill winning, I think, was the right call. Jade Cargill has 23 wins, 24 now after winning the belt, and she's been unstoppable. Like, I feel like she's been made to be a star. Like, she's only out for the big matches. This is a big match. The tournament was big. We've also got the Owen tournament coming up as well. So I feel like this could be a good step for her to maybe win, or if anything, maybe Ruby Soho, because they are building up Soho, and I do feel like that maybe now that there's 2 championships, aka the TBS and the women's belt, there might be a reason for maybe getting either a women's title shot or the TBS title shot, and I think that could be a good idea by AEW if they do it right. Next up, Serena D basically sits down with Jim Ross and says about Hikaru Shida, and this is going to be, we're going to be having another match with these two. Don't get me wrong, I like Hikaru Shida and I like Serena Deeb. I think these two could have, these two can have really good matches. But I don't want to see it all the time. Yes, this is a feud. Yes, this is building up to a big match. But let's just have like maybe a tag match or maybe something in between, just to bring some fluidity into it and just breathe some air into it. Maybe have Chris Statlander and Layla Hurst in this, and have it as a tag team match. I think that'll be okay. Again, that's just my opinion personally. Next up, Malachi Black versus Pillman Jr. This was entertaining. I thought Pillman got a lot more offense in than I thought he would get. But weirdly, Pillman... So, the ending of the match was really weird. Pillman is looking to springboard from the top rope, but he slips and falls, manages to recover, and connects with the Black... And, obviously, Malachi hits the Black Mass. I don't know what he's calling it in AEW, so I'm just going to call it the Black Mass. Hits it, 1, 2, 3. They were able to get it in, and still hit the move, which is very good by Malachi to even hit that move from anywhere, to be honest. Very entertaining. So Malachi Black stares down Julia Hart. Obviously, she comes out with Pillman because of the situation a few weeks ago with the mist in the eyes. But weirdly, Lucha Brothers come out. Lights go out. Malachi is on the ramp, and the Lucha Brothers are inside the ring. Makes no bloody sense. It was weird. I thought Pac would return or something like that, but whatever. Before our main event, Ruby Soho talked about was about to talk about the TBS final match. Britt Baker gets involved and basically just says, basically just beats her down, and basically that's what she does. Ruby basically just talks basically saying that Britt's never beaten Riho without help, so do it without, do it as a solo job. Baker, Hayter, and Rebel all attack Soho until Riho makes the save, and they all have to be pulled apart. One of those things builds up the match for Saturday, which is Rio RIHO versus Baker for the AEW Women's Championship. At our main event, ladies and gentlemen, Lucha Brothers versus Jurassic Express. Jesus Christ. This was fun. This was a fun matchup, I thought. Very entertaining. But at the end of it, sorry guys, one moment. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a very quick phone call. Where were we? Yes. Lucha Brothers versus Jurassic Express. This was a really fun matchup, I thought. Alice Marvez sets the table out on the outside. Luchasaurus is on the ring apron. Champions try to send him through it. However, Luchasaurus grabs Phoenix and chokeslams him through it. But, oh my god, Rey Fenix's arm just bends backwards and it looked like it breaks. Like, it just goes crack. And it's like, oh my god, I just saw that on live TV. Like, bleh. It looked horrible. But, in the ring, Jungle Boy manages to counter the Made in Japan, which is Penta's finisher, into a roll-up, scores the victory. We have new champions in Jurassic Express. And I gotta admit, this show, for what it was, the first show of AEW Dynamite, this was fun. It was a really fun matchup. It was a long, like, the show itself was fun. It was a very entertaining show, well paced, high octaned, very well, well done as well. And at the end of it, we've got not only new champions, we've got two new champions in Jay Cargill and the Jurassic Express. We've got Adam Page winning the keeping the belt, and this was just fun. It was entertaining. It was a great show, and for the first TBS Dynamite, yeah, I was very happy about it. So, guys, that was my review. I am very sorry about it being very, very late, but can't be helped. I am sorry about that. But with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you later for Battle of the Belts, which is coming up next week, this Saturday. So, guys, take care. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.